What makes you think it isn't going to take 225 years to push from today all the way back to the point where women cannot ruin you, cannot destroy you? Right? Now, the one thing we can do is we can absolutely ruin feminism. And we can take this long route that they took, the slow, incremental, aggregate amount of time, building and building and building to the point where men didn't realize it was even happening. That is the problem we have today. And we could destroy feminism a lot faster. The ways we can do it are educating men. Right? Education, and that's what these channels are about. My channel and other channels. It's about education. It's huge. The other thing is about starving the beast. What promotes women to do what they do is the reward they're getting. The more vicious they become, the better off they're rewarded by the legal system. You know, the more sly, sneaky, underhanded, the more they're willing to lie, they are rewarded for this. So in order to starve them, we have to put them in a position, or keep them in a position where they can't be sly, they can't steal, they can't be tricky, they can't use the law to come and get you, they can't use law enforcement, they can't use courts. That means being away from them, going your own way, basically in our generation, and probably for 2 or 3, maybe 4 to come. Telling them no fucking way. That men as Mgtow, we have to stay away from them, period. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot less kids. At least I would hope so. Right? But men need an intergenerational experience, much as these feminists have, and realize that today is really bad, and it may get worse before it gets better. But there is no shortcut to a solution. There is a long road to hoe to get things back to where you could have a relationship. But it's just not going to happen. And even then, right, who knows? But what do women need? They need to be able to trick you. So if you think that you can make them, right, compete for you, work hard for you, and that's going to change who they are, that didn't change who they were 150 years ago, or 100 years ago, or 50 years ago. The more they're rewarded by a system, the more they'll work towards that. Mgtow is basically, for women, it's a punishment. We're taking away, they think, what belongs to them. We're taking away what they think is their right as a woman. That's to be a man's partner and then take his shit. Take his money, take his life, take his will to live. They're not going to change. This idea that you can train them, that you can teach them, that they're going to be willing to learn, that they'll put the time in and sacrifice, is going to be a crucial mistake many men are going to make. Many Mgtow are going to make. If they think that it's just going to take a couple of years, it won't. Because the reward is still there. The reward is still there. You know, what's it going to take for the legal system to develop or evolve in such a way that 2 people can have a relationship together, but one won't have a claim or a right? You see, the third party to the marriage is the state, man, wife, state, and the state decides. They're actually the daddy. They're the man in the relationship. So anytime you've got that, the government's will becomes your responsibility to fulfill and live out. So as long as the government is involved in marriage, you cannot, right, have a relationship with a woman where she cannot take advantage of you. As long as there's government in marriage, you're screwed. Period. How many generations will that take to get knocked out. 1, 2, 3, never. You know, as long as the civilization continues and technology continues, it's looking to me like it's never going to end. It's a never-ending quest, a story, a trick that women are going to play on men in order to get them to expose themselves. You can't change them. Right? I thought of a little exercise today while driving home. Say you wanted to have a relationship with a woman, and you wanted to make it so that if you broke up with her, you would be at an advantage. So you would charge her $2,000 a month by contract that accrues every month. She has to pay you $2,000 a month plus food, plus utilities, plus whatever it is you need to put on there. And she agrees contractually to that. And in 5 years or 10 years, if you break up or get a divorce, that the agreement that she stipulated to, that she signed on to, right, comes due. That is, she has to pay it all back at once. And you take that and you apply it to the divorce so that you don't lose your money. Is that the type of thing we have to do? You know, it's just, you know, and then you're asking again, you're asking a court, and they can say that's a bad contract and fight to throw it out. I don't see any way to get out of this without a total system reset. There is no shortcut out of this. It is a long, long road. And women will become more and more creative as we go. Right? Just in the last few years, you can't talk to a woman unless she lets you. You can't have sex with a woman unless she agrees, and then she can change her mind at any point during the sex. And even afterwards, you're in trouble. They're making it so impossible to have a relationship with them that no one wants to. You see, so this I hear the people that want to be Mgtow talk about how, well, you know, these Nawalts, these would-be unicorns, are going to start learning. They're going to get in line. They're going to pay attention. That's just another ruse. Right? Now, I think that should be, you can sue out for that in court for fraud. But once again, that court isn't going to want to hear it. But there is no shortcut out of this, guys. I can't see it any other way. Short of a total social, economic, shit-it's-the-fan collapse, there is no way to bring women under control. They've been at this game, like I said, for 225 years. The last time this happened was during the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, 1600 years ago. And the only thing that stopped the progression, the evolution of social chicanery, was the collapse of the Roman Empire. It's the whole Pandora's box. Once that is open, yeah, you are screwed. Now the thing is we're not really screwed, you and I. As fellow Mgtow, as fellow men, we have social media. We can talk to each other. We can be encouraged by each other. We can speak to each other. We can learn from each other. We have a very powerful tool now to resist, essentially, your own personal enemy. That personal enemy, you don't know who they are until she steps into your life. And she presents herself. And then whatever level of testing you have for her, if she thinks you have what she wants, she will work for it. Especially now that women are saying, hey, we want these guys. We want them back. We can't find any good men. We want a man that's going to work real hard and produce a lot of income and take care of us. And we can't find them. They're discovering now that being bitches, that being whores, is not working anymore. Not for them. So they're going to come back around. But will they really change? Will they really learn? Or will they just use the system and use your beliefs against you? Once again, we have to look to a proven lesson within the men going their own way repertoire. And that is that she's only going to be good long enough to get what she wants. And women are better at manipulating than men. Men will just say, hey, look, suck my dick, we're there, right? Give me what I want. Women are very crafty and tricky. They'll take years to get there. They are master manipulators. And unless the system changes, and I don't see it changing, they'll just get you into a corner, and pretty soon you'll start serving them. You'll think you have changed her when, in truth, you will have started working for her and giving her what she wants. And I have seen this a number of times. You know, good, strong men think they're teaching this woman a lesson, right? When you look at the situation, right, you go, yeah, he taught her a lesson. Look how polite she is. Look at how nice she is. Look at how submissive she seems. But is he getting what he wants? Right? And when you ask the guy what he really wants, he's not getting it. She's just managed to get into his life. She's managed to lock him up so that he spends all his time doing the things she wants. Spending his money on her. Spending his time on her.